Gonna have to huddle.
Okay, everyone. Okay, we're back. Just gotta make sure. Okay, there we go. And
We're doing our best. We really are. It's just one of those days where you have to accept your best, even if it seems like failure. I shouldn't say that, but sometimes.
There we go. Something like that. Okay,
oh no! If you have it like that, it's gonna make your. It's gonna show everybody else that we're sideways. It has to be upright.
Okay.
So we're just gonna have to
we could bump that there. There we go. As long as it doesn't
lean on in a little bit.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Hey everyone. Sorry about that. Oh, it's on here too. Okay, let's click on it. All right, there we go.
We are trying. We are trying. It is a super full moon. That is my excuse all day today for every piece of frustration, every piece of failed technology.
Now I know what you mean.
Lack of time, running out of time all day today. Oh my gosh, it's just been a day. Oh, so what we're kind of wondering is, I don't know if you're wondering, but I'm wondering, how long is this energy going to last then, right? Because a full moon usually goes for 3 days, right?
4 days, yeah.
4 days. So another 4 days of this is not in my schedule.
3 days. Three more days.
3 more days.
Today's day 1. Yeah.
Oh, let's hope. Let's hope it doesn't continue, right?
So it'll be over by Sunday. Sunday's the last day, so Monday it's a new phase.
So right till Mother's Day. So,
yes.
Gentlemen, if your women are a little bit frustrated between now and Mother's Day, just make sure you get her extra flowers, okay? And a cake and some cookies and maybe a bottle of wine, because all of that's going to have to go in together. You're going to make her day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, shall we start?
Yes.
Our actual... All right, so our super moon tonight is also called the flower moon. And it's going to be huge. This is actually the last super moon of 2020. It's going to be major. It's super flower moon occurring in Scorpio, which means it'll bring up some strong feelings. We've noticed even ourselves today that the people we've been encountering are people that are going through some really tough, strong stuff. So with it being the full moon, and that's the energy that we have around us and what's coming in, then I guess that just makes perfect sense. A super full moon is a moon that is especially big and bright because it occurs when the moon is at its closest point to the earth. That proximity also means their effects are even more powerful than a regular full moon. Emotions will be intense as the moon, which represents your feelings in astrology, is hanging out close to the earth. So people, if you've been really feeling it the last few days, today, this is why. It's just the full moon. You just got to shrug your shoulders and go, all right, we're going to rock with the best of it. And you know you're going to come out on the other end. That's the best part. The super moon is also called a flower moon because it coincides with the blooming of spring flowers. The name sounds pretty, but it's also apt since the super flower moon occurs in Scorpio, a sign associated with growth and transformation. Scorpio is an evolutionary sign, which makes this a great time to release past hurts and make amends with others. Stardust explains the Scorpio sign likes to transform for the better. Take this advice literally. Forgive an old friend or ex-partner or ask for forgiveness. And I will actually add in there too, ask for self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself for whatever it is that you may be feeling guilty about. Or you can spend some time healing the internal wounds caused by a rift. Pluto will also form a sextile with this full moon, bringing old and buried emotional baggage to the surface. Our feelings will be front and center, and our interactions will show exactly how we feel, even if we are not able to express ourselves clearly. That is another thing that I found with this quarantine, is that the stuff that people have left that's unhealed is actually magnified within this quarantine time frame, and some of that old unresolved stuff is kicking up dust again, and I can feel it when I go to the stores. It's kind of harsh, hey? So, if you're feeling grouchy towards your quarantine partner, it's hard to hide it. So take this time to be honest, open, and upfront about how you feel. It is possible to say anything kindly. So that I read from the website Refinery 29. Just so that people know where that comes from if you want to go back and take a look at it.
And Loic can send you the link if you guys are more interested in that.
For sure.
So I forgot to mention here that we'll take us a few seconds here to do an opening prayer. So if you guys want to just quickly pray in your own way, we'll do a prayer. I guess we'll just talk the prayer out. And then, Laura, you want to add the end of the prayer, or you want to start the prayer?
I can end it.
Okay.
I'll be happy to end it. I'll be happy.
So, Creator, God, Divine Universe, we thank you for this full moon. We thank you for the flower, full moon, super moon. We're very grateful that we're still here, and we're also very grateful that we had this opportunity to do this full moon gathering online. And even though it's been glitchy and we had our problems trying to get online, we made it. So we're very super grateful. And I also pray too for the mothers, all mothers out there. I pray for you because the past 2-3 weeks, we've been getting a lot of mothers coming in here and dealing with problems and leaving abusive relationships, and people have been reaching out for healing of all kinds, and it's been really busy lately. And now us as healers, we need healing as well too. So we're going to be reaching out to each other and embracing the healing. So if you feel that you as a mother or daughter or grandmother or cousin or so forth, niece, and you feel you need healing, definitely reach out to us. We're used to it, and a lot of our cases have been missing people cases and battered woman cases, and addiction is another one. So we've been pretty busy, so that's why we're a bit unorganized with this full moon, and we're preparing for the Mother's Day events as well too. So I'm glad you are all patient with us.
Yes, we definitely appreciate that. Okay, so
you want to add anything?
To the prayer. Actually, while you were praying, I could just feel energy start to swirl. Just like that big swirl bubble. It just started to flow.
I also felt a lot of emotion, like not just my own, but other people's emotions as well too. Like, it's almost like a vision of a woman crying, like being touched on a heart level and then crying because somebody understands what she's going through.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And it's one of the things about everybody that works here at Elf Angels Creations. We'll just add this before we get to the full moon. We've all been through our trials and our traumas and abuse and torment and bullying and teasing and control issues, either relationships with addicts or been affected by addiction ourselves. So we're a very non-judgmental group of people. We know what you're going through. We've been able to heal ourselves through it. We've been able to help each other through it. So we can help you. We can understand what you're going through. Even when you first walk through the door, if you first talk to myself or Jason or Blair or Priscilla, even if the first initial person you come in contact with might not be the ideal healer for you, we do have somebody on staff that can help you out. So just wanted to add that. Thanks. So we'll continue on. So when we were starting our other live, I was doing some card shuffling to clear the cards. And this is the deck that we picked for tonight, Indigo Angels Oracle cards. As I was shuffling, 3 cards fell out. And typically, as a rule, they fall out of the deck, they want the attention, and you go with it. So not ironically, the first one that come up was friendship. Even as it said in the write-up about the supermoon, with things coming up, there's going to be friction in our friendships with our quarantine buddies, right? I will get to the book definitions of these shortly. The other card that came up, learn something new.
Thought we had that off.
As I place that card, I can feel it's learn something new about yourself. Learn something new about your belief system, about how you act, the way you react, and the things that you actually want to change, and how much control you really do have over your life. And literally, as I said that, I pulled the authority card. So to me, this is definitely in tune with a lot of the quarantine stuff that we're going through, is the fact that we all need healed in some way. Being stuck with ourselves, being stuck with our significant others or family members, or even just the idea of feeling stuck, there's a lot of energy and tension that can come with that. There's a lot of frustration that can come with that. And it adds to the stress of the unknown of what we're going through. And again, we're going to hope to try and clear some of that even tonight with our full moon ceremony. Later on, we're going to be doing the affirmations. What is it called? Affirmations for the list. We're going to be writing our full moon list. So make sure you have a pen and paper for yourself handy. And I will read the card definitions. Friendship. The answer to your question involves your friendships. This card is showing you how much the energy of other people is affecting you.
Typically as your role.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or it could be guiding you to open yourself up and allow others in. Friendship is a regular exchange of energy and emotions, and as an indigo, you connect more deeply than most, but can also be more closed off. Take some time to consider how the energy of friendship, or lack thereof, is influencing your thoughts and your emotions about yourself. It's important that you maintain an awareness of how each person in your life makes you feel inside. Even with the friendship card, like I know for myself going through this quarantine, I have friends that are on all different levels and extremes of quarantine, of the thoughts and ideas of what it is that they're dealing with as they're going through our COVID life at this moment. Learn something new. There is new information waiting for you. This card asks you to initiate or finish studies on a topic or topics that interest you. When this card comes up, it is often calling to start or complete something you already know you should be doing. Let this be your confirmation that the time for this endeavor is now. This card can also guide you to meditate and have a conversation with the universe. Ask any questions and they will be answered. If you'll listen with an open mind and heart, trust the feedback you receive, write it down, and consider teaching this information to others. As an indigo, you can easily recognize true divine guidance as it comes to you. Even if you feel that what you're learning won't serve you in the future, please trust that the angels are guiding you for a specific reason that you may not necessarily need to know at this point in your life. Have fun and try something new. Do you have anything to hop in on that as I grab this? Nope, you're just answering?
Yeah. So
All
I'm
right.
just letting you all know that we're going to be answering questions after we're done here.
Again, we couldn't get our technology to work, so we're short-staffed tonight. So again, the last card, authority. The way our world is currently designed, people in authority impose rules upon us. In many situations, it must be this way to maintain order. As an indigo, you possess an inner truth detector telling you that people in power often abuse such authority. This is one of the most important cards you can receive, because your role in this world is to help others redesign our planet and society to become a place of fairness. When dealing with authority figures, please know that anger will not get you anywhere. Be calm and assertive definitely will. Anytime you feel controlled or ruled by someone, ask the angels to guide you through the situation in a way that will bring about and perpetrate the most peace. In this way, you clear the path for others who will benefit from your peaceful leadership. Okay.
Okay, so the people that are inboxing me, I'm just letting you know that we are in the middle of the full moon gathering, so I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So we're just trying to catch up with your responses as fast as possible. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so that part's done.
right.
I'm pretty much caught up now.
Okay, awesome. So, do you have anything to add for the cards? The friendship, the something new, and the authority. The friendship.
Oh, the pink.
Oh, the pink.
Yeah.
Okay, so pink on the card. Jason said that he's been noticing that people are being drawn to pink more so now than before. So what is the resemblance of the color pink?
So the pink is to do with the heart chakra. It's also to do with the missing and murdered on some cases, because we just finished doing the missing and murdered mini event for the past 2 days wearing red. And like pink is a part of red and white mixed. Like white represents purity, red represents passion, it represents life, it represents blood. So things that are pink represent a male energy, which is more of a red energy, and a female energy, which is white energy. So both energies put together make pink. They create a balanced energy. So a lot of women right now, with Mother's Day coming up, a lot of women are drawn to the pink colors. Red as well too, but more for the pink. Oh, so we'll flip that.
That's okay.
Yeah, thanks, Renee.
It's for sale.
So yeah, a lot of people are drawn to the pink color. So we're gonna see an increase of pink items being sold to people. Another thing we noticed too here at the store is that a lot of people are drawn to stuff that have to do with prayer, stuff that have to do with clearing energy, things that'll give them hope, things that are connected to faith. Those are like the four main energies that are coming in: faith, hope. What was it now? You want to add to it? Faith and hope. I'm missing two
healing.
more. Healing, yeah.
There's always healing, but it feels like it's a deeper type of healing energy that people are looking for at this moment.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like, if it makes sense, it's kind of like people are healing their faith. Like if that's
I love
thing.
that.
Yeah. Like people have been tested with their faith all over the world, and then now they're kind of like they're healing their faith again. So it's very beautiful, very strong energy that's coming through. And women are in the lead right now. Like, I'm sorry, men, but where's the men? You know, where's the men that should be being the protectors, the warriors, the healers? Women are, up in front with this battle with this COVID-19 and the stress, and so it's a highly stressful situation right now. But women are definitely our number one healers right now. So, thank you all so much for that. And the fourth energy is life. Like my own personal life, my sister-in-law almost had a baby today, so we were hoping for a full moon baby, but the baby would have been premature as well too. So everything has a balance, but now the baby will be coming this month, and so we're going to be having new life in my family, so I'm very, very grateful. Yeah, and I should actually write this down.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking, what were those for again?
So
faith, life,
hope.
Those hope. That's it. Who else was paying attention? Faith.
So faith,
life,
hope, healing,
the faith.
healing, or just healing faith,
Yeah.
and life.
Yeah.
So we're definitely in a time of a feminine energy. The full moon in itself has a history of in many cultures around the world of being a female goddess, being a female energy, and we were taught recently in the Plains Cree tradition that the moon is also a male energy. So what men, if they feel that, well, I don't want to work with the moon because it's a female energy, it also has a male energy to it. So depending on your beliefs, but I notice a lot, and a woman's energy, a woman's power is really heightened at a full moon. So you want to be careful with that as well too, because energy vampires will try and use the 4 days before the full moon. They'll try and use that to get what they want, and suck the life out of you basically. And then what happens is that, so the dark workers, we'll call them, so the dark workers, energy vampires, will start 4 days before the full moon, and when the full moon, everybody is on an even ground on a full moon night, the light workers and the dark workers. So what happens is that the day after the full moon, like we'll say tomorrow, us light workers are going to get super busy. We're going to start getting a lot of appointments for healing, a lot of appointments for readings, because we have to undo a lot of the dark workers' work. So it's a very sacred time. So for us light workers, it's a 4-day ceremony, because like we have to work on ourselves and we have to work on others as well too. So it's a double whammy for us. And for the days before the full moon, like I said, the dark workers try to utilize that energy to manipulate what they want.
Does anybody have any questions about something that they would like some healing sent to for them?
So I got here for healing, sound, crystal, and Reiki.
Yeah. Oh, sound.
Yeah.
So, sadly, we couldn't have Denise on here with us, so the singing bowls aren't here. But we have got these chimes in now at the store. So this is also a beautiful Mother's Day gift, is these chimes. So we also have the music in the background, but we will do some of this. Tom?
Sure.
They're all on the stand. These chimes are really nice. We've done them, we've had them in with our Reiki sessions and healing groups and circles. They're really pretty.
So this one is Twilight. So you're noticing that these sounds are a bit different?
I feel that one vibrating through my left side of my body.
Okay, I'm finding this one here has more of a softer tone too.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
Can I hold it?
There, do some crystal healing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, we have these here at the store, so if you would like to come by and check them out, Jason's got a few.
And they came from France.
Yes, they did. Beautiful little items.
So in case anybody's wondering, the reason why we have the crystals here is because we're doing crystal healing at the same time, and it's infused with Reiki energy. And Loya will be doing some cord pulling as well too when she needs to. So if anybody has any needs any kind of healing tonight, we'll feel it.
I'm feeling a lady who's got a sore pain in her lower back on the left side, and it's not just an ache; it's an actual pain. Yeah, it feels like a stabbing almost, a stabbing pain. A woman, and let me feel you some more. You have a lot of heartache, and there's a lot of heavy energy around you in your home. You are there with older children, your older children. They're feeling like they're in their late teens, early 20s almost. It's a very busy household, very, very busy household. And you're feeling really weighed down by everything. And the pressure is almost too much for you at this point. But at the same time, you still haven't cracked. So you still have the strength to get through with what you need to get through. I feel as if there's actually, when this quarantine opens up, you're going to be able to get some space. It also feels like that there's somebody in the home that wasn't intended to be there for the quarantine, but they're there now. Yeah, there's a lot of blocked energy. It's so blocked. It's just like a solid pillar around you. And I actually have here in my hand, as I'm feeling you and talking to you, you can't really see this. These crystals are preonite. They are used for inner peace, union of the heart and will, attunes one to higher dimensions throughout heart awareness, brings peaceful awareness, dispels worry and restlessness, supports digestive, circulatory, lymphatic, and urinary systems. I believe that my draw, and I'm feeling the energy come through my hand here, actually through the third stone. The draw to these stones with your situation is about the heart awareness. It's about the learning to take a stand. That's the wrong word. It's about learning to have the boundaries in your life about what it is that you're going to do and what it is that that you're not willing to put up with. It's a matter of gaining your respect, but first you have to respect yourself. This is not just something that's coming from the outside in. This is also coming from the inside out. Yeah. You have to respect yourself first. There's people around you that are hurt as well because they don't see you respecting yourself. And I feel as if there's some tensions between how you treat yourself and how they want you to treat yourself. That is also a part of the problem in the home. Okay. I actually feel like we're going to move on to the next person here. Do you have anything to add to that, Jason?
Well, Belinda, I'm just curious here because I know you were doing the Facebook Live earlier and I didn't get a chance to watch it because I've been doing inventory for 3 days. But I'm just curious, on your Facebook Live, were you dealing with anybody that was having any kind of issues, like especially to do with their energy, because I'm picking up that this pain, this energy you picked up isn't yours, it's somebody else's. So I'm just curious if you did a cleansing on yourself after you did the video.
Yeah, because for me, I don't feel it's Belinda. I think after reading Dana's comments, I would say it's more so for her. There's a lot more that I could go into, but I'm not going to because we are live, right?
Yeah,
and
privacy reasons,
there's a level of respect that we want to keep. Okay, so, and I'm actually feeling a sense to going on towards somebody else because I'm having a really strong tension headache right across the front of my head here, more so on my right side, and it's tension. It is absolute tension. I feel like the person who has this tension headache, you're working 2 jobs. And you have a lot of anxiety. Like, holy man, all of a sudden, I just had this huge anxiety. So I'm not sure if you're watching and you're like, oh my God, that could be me. And then that brought on the anxiety. Or if you just naturally have that much anxiety. It is a lot. My chest area is just full of that anxiety energy. I see. I'm just putting them in a different order. It's like they need to...
So I'm pretty fascinated with what Loya's doing. I don't know if she knows this, but she's actually connecting to a different type of reading called a crystal reading. And it's been a reading that was almost lost hundreds of years ago, and now it's just starting to resurface. So as she's shuffling the crystals, she's actually reading people at the same time. So I find that pretty fascinating.
And I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just do what I'm intuitively led to do. It's what I feel like I need to do. So this is just what I do, right? And again, I'm still working with the Prayanite crystals. I will let you know what that is again. Inner peace, union of heart and will. The person who has that tension headache, 2 jobs, you're really frustrated with a relationship. Again, I feel this is another woman, and you're frustrated with your male counterpart because you feel like you're not getting anywhere because they are standing still. It feels like they are standing firm in one position. Understand that sometimes we need our partners to stand firm in one position for us to grow, because we need to be able to have them in the same spot, so as that they are our stability and our security. Yeah, I know you're frustrated because they're not moving, they're not doing something. You don't have to pull them along. You can just go do you. You take your opportunity to grow first, and understand and know that that partner of yours can still be there and they're going to be stable for you, and that's okay. It's okay for that to happen. Okay. So if any of this is resonating with people, please let us know, whether it be now during the live or even in a replay. If you're watching a replay, just let us know that you're watching the replay, and then we can answer your questions as well. Because sometimes, Creator knows better than we do, and He knows who's going to be watching this now, later, next week, whenever. And the messages that need to come are the messages that need to come. Okay. Do you have anything else do you have anything to add?
I also want to add too that again, thank you everybody for being very patient. I know a lot of you are asking not just when I'm not talking, just anybody, but a lot of people are inboxing me at the same time asking for private questions, and like we said before, because of privacy reasons, we're not gonna talk about how can I describe? We're not going to talk about questions to do with life and in general. because of privacy. So if you have any heavier questions, or if you have any very personal questions, we'll have to book a reading for that in private.
We just want to be respectful and not dig too deep into a trigger or a healing, because a sentence, a phrase, something very simple like that can actually trigger you, and it could put you into an energetic state of being that is not healthy. So we want to respect you, and we do want to help you. It's just we just want to be careful. You know, time, there's a time and place, right?
Yeah, we're big on respect. So
yeah. So here I'm pulling cords. I'm not sure who I'm pulling cords from, but I do feel as if I'm pulling the cords from somebody's lower back. And if you're sensitive to energy, what you're going to feel, it's going to feel like spider web points coming in like this. 6 different points it's showing me that comes in like this, and it's going to be pulled out through your lower spine. That's where I'm feeling it. So my healing modality is a little bit different. It's bits and pieces of lots of different things, but the majority of it is definitely energy clearing. A lot of times what happens to us when we encounter moments, what I find the most is that what I feel is when we encounter a situation, as soon as we hold our breath, we're holding tension in our body. As soon as that happens, the energy of whatever it is we're encountering becomes physically embedded into our bodies, right? That's where the cellular memory comes from. And this is what we release. We release the energy that is trapped in the cells of your physical body. It helps clear your mind. It also helps clear your emotions. The biggest feedback that I get from people after a session, somebody's going to feel this through the base of their neck. The biggest thing that people say after a session is that they feel lighter and they can see things clearer. It's like the fog has lifted from their mind, which is the beautiful part, right? All right. I'm almost going to be done, and then we can do some Reiki. Okay. All right, so the person that I'm pulling this energy cord from, that's coming down through their neck, there is a belief system that you're not willing to necessarily let go of, because in your belief, what you're holding on to is what protects you, and needing to open your mind to the possibility of what if, and changing the perspective. It's not changing the fact that your position is a position of self-defense. It's the aspect that there could be more than one way to look at this, more than one way to actually get at it, so as that you can still have that defense, but have an all-knowing and understanding of the situation, and that in itself, to find that truth, is actually going to be more beneficial in a defensive state to protect yourself than the belief system that you're holding on to. Much better. Okay. All right. I actually feel like I'm saying a prayer to the ancestors as I'm closing off. So please just give me a moment. Okay, thank you very much. I feel as if the crystals are done and cleared once again. Jason?
Okay. So before we forget, we just wanted to chime in here a little bit too about the full moon grids. So we've been talking about it for month after month with you guys here at the store and online and so forth. But for the ones that are tuning in, you don't know what a full moon grid is. You can barely see it here. I'll move the camera a little bit.
I would pick it right up.
Okay. And then flip the camera. There we go. So this is a full moon grid here. So this gives you guys an example what it is. So Loya here is the artist that made the full moon. Kevin's the one who brought the crystals into the store. So these crystals here, as we're talking to you guys, are actually working on their emotions. They're working on healing. They're also working on healing finances, because a lot of people, a lot of our clients, including us, we're not perfect. We're dealing a lot with financial situations, trying to find a good balance, not overspending. That's a big thing, especially now for the holidays. You know, people are scared to spend $20. And then you have on the other side, people will spend $100 or $300 and they have no problem with that. And the faith is really, really high. Like for us, we've noticed since we started doing these full moon grids is that say if we spend $20 and, you know, we're letting go of that anxiety about spending the money. And then all of a sudden, a few days after, we make $200. So we've seen situations like that. The first full moon grid that we created last month, one of the clients, not going to say a name, but one of the clients got $4,000 put into their account the next day and $500 put into the account 4 days after. And then there was numerous stories like that of, you know, people getting healed in their finances and so forth. So that's what these full moon grids do. They're super, super powerful. They're definitely super energized. And, you know, if you guys, you know, it's up to you guys, but if you guys do want to take one home, we do have some available, and Loya can definitely do custom work as well too for that. Yeah.
And this one's actually got some pink in it.
Yeah, so we were talking about the pink. So this is this was actually made after the pink full moon.
No,
hey?
it was made
Before?
Nope, like 2 days before the pink full moon.
Okay, yeah.
I finished it.
Yeah, so it's beautiful. And what we noticed a lot too with the faith, again, with the faith healing that's going on, is that a lot of women especially are attracted to pink lately. So pink has to do with Mother Mary. It has to do with, you know, healing. It has to do with the heart. It has to do with emotions. It has to do with life. So pink is super powerful right now. So that gives you guys an idea of a full moon grid.
We should do our affirmations for the full moon.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna flip the camera again.
All right. We're good.
Okay.
So with the full moon grid, we also like to write out our affirmations for this month with what we would like to see for ourselves and others. So we'll just take a couple of minutes and we will write out our
Manifestations.
Our goals for the month. I'm so excited.
Now you guys can do this at home as well too. So just get a piece of paper and you write what you want on as your goals. It could be many goals. It could be one goal, depending on you. You could even draw it out if you have to. And once it's done, we'll show you the next step.
I have such a grateful heart right now.
Mm-hmm.
With these, you can write as many or as little as you want. I just did bullet notes this time. Do you sign it? Do we sign it?
Yeah, I just did it, yeah. So we could always keep this private or we could share with you guys. So I'm just going to share mine. So here, I'll just show you quickly. So you guys can pause the video and read it after if you want. But, so I'm super grateful because a lot of the stuff I asked for the full moon last time came and went. So that we're good there. But I'm also aiming to have my own home by June 1st. So we were discussing that earlier. So I wrote that in my manifestations. I want to start rebuilding the Energy Healing Center again because it needs repairs. So that was brought to my attention a few days ago that I need to buy lumber and get on it. And that costs money. So I need the money to do that. And also, I'm praying that they open up the swimming pool again because like swimming is a big thing for me because I'm a water sign and it's great for weight loss and the health benefits are amazing. So if you ever want to lose weight fast, go swimming. You'll lose weight quickly. So yeah, and that has to do with the COVID-19 thing being lifted within our area. So that's all I'm asking for. And the reason why I put only 3 things is because 3, 5, and 8 are super powerful for me and Loya. That's our numbers. Actually, I'm going to write the numbers on here too.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason and I have been noticing a sequence of the numbers 3, 5, and 8 working for us since February, I think it was. So it's really cool and coincidental. I just counted my list, unfortunately. I've got an even number. I'll share 2 of mine with you. Just because as soon as I started to write this, and being in that grateful heart space, it's like I don't want for anything. So basically I just said I'm grateful for my life. I wish to be able to experience more of the richness that it has to offer. A couple of days ago I was driving and my kids were in the back seat and they were singing. And I love that. I love that so much. And I looked out and all I could see was the field. And for a moment, it wasn't too overwhelming, thankfully, but it was enough that I was able to identify what a gift life really is. And I felt that energy. I felt that knowing that life was a gift and that I don't have to do these things, but I get to do these things. And that is a completely different energy about it. It's such a more appreciative energy of what I get to do. I get to hear my kids singing in the back seat of my truck. I get to drive down the highway in my vehicle that I still love. It's older, but I love it. And I get to see the trees and the fields and the water. And for me, it was just a very blessed moment. One of my other full moon affirmations is that nobody in my family gets COVID-19. I have a really large family. And my family means everything to me. They are my world. So I really don't want to see any of them sick. Of course, I don't want to see or know of anybody else that's getting sick either. So please don't think that's selfish of me. I don't want to know anybody that gets sick. But it's just one of the things that I put on my list. Okay.
So what we did our next step here is we fold it into 3. So 3 represents a feminine number, and 3 is super powerful, like we explained. And if you're a male doing this at home, you could always use an even number, because odd numbers are a feminine number, feminine energy, sorry, and even numbers are a masculine energy.
Oh, you know what? I actually only had 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right,
Wow.
I feel good.
So 3 and 5.
3 and 5.
So 3 and 5 means 8. So
Yeah.
So if we're finding 8s, we'll know why.
Yeah.
Combine power.
Yeah, exactly. And 3 is my number anyways. Like anyhow in my life, that 3 is my number.
So what you could do is that if you have a centerpiece like this, you could always just put it in your full moon grid. And we always keep ours at the store here and nobody touches it, nobody looks at it. And then after 30 days, we go back and see what manifested, how long did it take, and then we do a celebration and a healing for that. So everything we do is done through a ceremony process in some way. I want to do a quick shout out here to Renee's Reiki page. Renee is sharing this video on her page as well too, so thank you so much, Renee. I almost called you Reiki. So thank you so much. I also wanted to do a shout out to the other healers and readers, the people that support our business. They couldn't be here tonight, and so I'll just say the names. So Renee Twiddle, Kevin Jackson, Brenda Cretchian, Cassie Starchief, Blair Keikinger, Leanne Gamble, Anita Kuzak, Jennifer Robson, Jill Falk, Sherry McGilvery, Denise Turnier, Priscilla, also known as Gail Paskiman, Mel Holt, Shania Morin, Jessica Ray, and to anybody else I may have missed, thank you so much. We couldn't have done this without you. So those names I mentioned, some of the people are healers and some of them are readers, and a lot of them, their products are in the store here, so we work together as a one big family. So here at Elf Angels Creations, we're really big on community and community based, so gives you an idea of where the products come from. So thank you all so much, and I'll tag you guys in the video later. So that's all I got for notes here. So questions, so these are the last two now. So anybody have any questions? Nothing too personal. If it's a really personal question, it has to be done through a personal reading. But if it's a general question, go ahead.
Or we can close with the prayer, and then while people are getting their questions done.
Okay.
Great.
So I'll let you finish the prayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. I just need to ground myself because there's stuff happening in my head already. And I don't want to pray in tongue out loud. Just saying. I don't want to pray in tongues out loud.
It'll be fun.
Oh, it would be fun. Because sometimes it just takes over.
Yeah,
okay.
I did it before, I know. It is fun.
Oh, well, I always feel... Okay, so this is a personal thing about me. Yeah, I can pray and I can speak in tongues, but I think it sounds really weird. And I often think that I'm like, it sounds nonsense almost. So that's just my little bit of embarrassment moment, because that's all I have going through my mind right now as I'm trying to close the prayer is tongues. And I'm trying to not say that out loud, and I'm trying to let it pass so that I can get to the prayer. Oh.
And a little side note to speaking in tongues. In our culture, it's believed that when a person speaks in tongues, they're actually speaking a spirit prayer. So it's a spirit language, basically. So
Spirit language.
Yes. So even when you hear powwow music and round dance music, that's actually spirit language. So yeah,
Beautiful.
so very, very similar cultures, very similar.
Yeah.
So respect is the number one rule no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get away from this. All right, people, so please bear with me. We thank you, thee Father, for your gift of life. For the life of the trees, to the life of the grass, from the birds in the wind, and the moon in the sky, and the sun on our face. Heavenly Father, we thank Thee, Creator, for the earth that grounds us, and the sky that wonders us. I pray thanks that we have each other. I pray that anybody that's in need of help, that they actually are able to find the ones that can help them. We are not made to walk this earth alone, and we need each other. Even through distancing, we still need each other. We still need to be able to make these connections. Even if it's like this, we will just become more powerful. this way, because we're going to be able to make these bonds and make things work through ways that society sometimes tries to disconnect us. I'm just swirling some energy. Ponono, ponono, prononom. Oh, this feels like it's just coming right off my hand. Hashtonam. Amen.
Okay.
All right, so
So the last thing we wanted to introduce you guys to is, before we go here, is tomorrow we start the Mother's Day sale. So tonight Blair is going to be working on that, and yeah, the Mother's Day sale starts tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be having discounts at 15% off to 50% off. So depending on what you guys are looking for. But yeah, there's something for everybody. Gifts. Everybody needs a gift. So yeah. So, and if you don't have to come into the store if you don't want to, you could order online. Just type in a search of what you're looking for, and it should pop up. And if it's not, contact us, and we'll help you find what you're looking for. And please share and like this video, and hopefully we can transfer it onto YouTube.
yes. And just to let you know, the chimes are not in the website yet because they just were delivered yesterday.
They'll be there tonight on our website.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a healing special here tomorrow, by appointment only, or long distance, that's okay too. And I am offering an hour service of energy clearing and a card reading. It'd be approximately an hour, 45 minutes to an hour for $95. So yay.
Perfect. And my appointments will have to wait because tomorrow I'm going to be selling on the floor here and working on some more inventory that just came in today. The new thing that came in today is the fairy jars. So we're bringing in that fairy energy into the store. Elf on the company represents fairy. So these are the new ones. They just came in right before we started the video, actually. So a lot of new stuff is coming in daily. And if anybody's interested in working with us, you do have to go through an interview process, and you do have to go through a healing process. You know, we go through that as well too. So I myself included, I always go through a healing process. So we want to make sure we're healthy, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Okay. So if that's everything, I think we'll let you guys go. And yeah, so just inbox us, send us some messages, phone the store if you guys need to. The phone number is 780-875-6042. And you could find out more information on www.elfangelscreationsloyd.ca. And I'll take the information on the video here. And we've got a new viewer, Leanne.
Yeah, Leanne. Hi, Leanne.
Leanne.
Hi, Sherry Lynn. We are just signing off, but you can always catch the replay here in a couple of minutes.
Yes. So thank you all so much, and we look forward to seeing you in a store if you guys need to. Okay. And well, keep in touch. All right. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Happy full moon.